Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Rachel Pichler Yoga. My name is Rachel. We're going to get started by just finding a comfy seated position. So whatever that looks like for you, you can make your way there now. Just ideally finding somewhere where you can sit nice and tall. And then we're just going to place our hands beside us on the floor or on your mat. One of my favorite things to do in the morning is to stretch the sides of my body. So we're going to start there. So keeping that left hand on your mat, with an inhale, start to reach your right arm up and over. And you can lean as far over as you need to feel that stretch, but keep that arm active, awake, reaching with the fingertips. And then just staying here for a moment. And then use a nice deep inhale to lift yourself all the way back up. Reset, sitting nice and tall. And then an inhale. That left arm is going to reach up and over. Feeling that awesome side body stretch. And then slowly lifting yourself back up. Your hands can find your knees. Take an inhale, lengthen. And with an exhale, start to twist to the left. Turn to face the left side. You can look to the left as well. That left hand can come behind you. Push it into the floor to help you sit a little bit taller. And then starting to turn to go the other way. Twisting, sitting up tall if you can. Breathe. Just feel your body starting to move, starting to wake up and bring yourself back to face the front. We're going to find our hands and our knees, so tabletop position. So take a second just to bring your wrists under your shoulders, spreading your fingers nice and wide. I've got to tie my hair back. One thing I forgot to do this morning. So when you're up in that tabletop on your hands and your knees, we're going to take an inhale, start to drop your belly, lift the chest. You can look to the front of the room and just hold it here, sticking your butt out, arching your back, push into your hands. If you want, you can start to shift the gaze a little bit higher or just keep it where it is. Stay for another breath in. And then use an exhale to round your spine completely. Tuck your tailbone under, bringing your chin towards your collarbone. Imagining you're pulling those shoulder blades apart away from each other. Holding it here, squeezing your belly button back toward your spine. And then with an inhale, start to drop the belly again, finding a nice flat back. And then tuck your toes if you haven't already. Lift your knees off the mat for downward facing dog. So just keeping those fingers spread nice and wide, taking your dog for a little walk. So keeping those knees nice and bent, pedal the feet, let your head relax here, soften those shoulders. Again, just move nice and slowly. We're just waking up. So just feel your breath, scan your body, warming things up. And then with your next inhale, we're going to start to look to the top of our mat. And as you exhale, walk your feet all the way up to the top. Bending those knees a lot here. Pausing in our forward fold. So you could let the arms dangle or you could hang onto your elbows. Maybe rocking the hips from side to side. But just feeling the length of the back of the legs. Gently pulling your belly button back towards your spine. And letting the head be nice and heavy. So if you have your elbows right now, release your hands back towards the floor. We're going to step or walk our feet all the way back into our downward facing dog. So again, a few breaths here. Option to pedal those feet. Just waking up the body, moving in any way that feels good. And then we're going to start to bring our big toes together. With an inhale, start to lift your right foot up towards the ceiling, gazing between your hands. As you exhale, pull that knee to your chest and drop your foot. We're going to bring the back knee down, and with a nice deep inhale, start to reach your arms up towards the ceiling, sinking your hips down and forward, waking up those fingertips, spread them wide. You can even look up here. Take one more breath in. And exhale, bring your hands down. Plant your hands, step your foot back into your downward facing dog, bringing your big toes together. Inhale, the left foot nice and high. Exhale, look to the top of your mat as you send that foot all the way up, dropping your back knee. Inhale, reaching up. Crescent lunge, sink those hips down and forward. Relax your shoulders. Waking up those fingertips, breathing here. Awesome, you guys. One more inhale. Exhale, start to drop your hands. Step your front foot back into your downward facing dog. Just a few breaths here. Pedal those feet if that feels good. And then with your next inhale, start to look to the top of your mat. Exhale, walk or step your feet all the way up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Nice flat back. Exhale, fold. One more. Inhale, halfway. And exhale, fold. Plant your hands, walk or step your feet back into your downward facing dog. Big toes are going to come together again. Inhale, your right foot nice and high. Looking to the top of your mat as you exhale, and you send that right foot to the outside of your right hand. So dropping the back knee, your hands are going to be under your shoulders. Your right foot is on the outside of that right hand. This is lizard. So your knee is going to come out to the side, and you're just going to try and drop those hips down towards the mat. Awesome, you guys. So as you lower those hips, I want you to shine your chest for the front of the room. Try and pull your shoulders down away from your ears. Breathing here, getting into those hips a little bit, that glute. And then starting to tuck those back toes under. Lift your knee off the mat a little. Hovering that knee above the ground, just one more breath. And with an exhale, start to send that right foot back into your down dog. Big toes are going to come together. Inhale, your left foot nice and high. Exhale, send that foot to the outside of that left hand and drop your back knee. So relaxing those hips down towards the mat as much as you can. Letting that knee just come out to the side a little bit. And then once you're settling in, start to lift that chest, look forward. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. Lizard, feeling those hips. And then when you're ready for it, you can tuck those back toes just for a moment if you want it. Still dropping the hips towards the mat. Lifting the chest. Take one more inhale. And then exhale, step that left foot back into your downward facing dog. So bring your feet hip width apart if they aren't already. And inhale, start to shift your weight forward into a plank. As you exhale, send your hips back up for your downward facing dog. Inhale, come back into your plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Awesome, you guys. Inhale back into your plank, but this time we're going to lower all the way down to our mat. Come all the way down onto your stomach. Untuck your toes. Slide your feet out so they're about mat width apart. With an inhale, lift your chest, roll your shoulders back and down, and really squeeze your elbows in towards your sides. So a wide-legged low cobra. You can stay here, or you could straighten your arms a little bit more, but again, only go as far as you need to feel something good, and drop those shoulders away from the ears. Try and soften your glutes here, all about that back. Maybe you're getting a stretch through your abdominals. Breathe. Nice, you guys. Let's take one more inhale. And with an exhale, start to lower your chest back down. Bring your legs back together. Tuck your toes under, push yourself up into your tabletop. Walk your hands underneath your shoulders. Tuck or cross your ankles. Have a seat. Find that comfy seated position that we started the practice in today. And then just close your eyes once more. start to slow down your breath again. Scanning your body one last time, noticing how good you're feeling compared to when we started the class. Maybe you've got a whole new level of energy. We're going to close our practice today by taking one more nice sad body stretch here. So with an inhale, start to reach that left arm up and over. Maybe you can go just a touch further than the first one we did. And then bring yourself all the way back up and inhale that right arm up and over. Reach, lean, stretch, and then bring yourself all the way up. Awesome practice, you guys. I hope that you're feeling ready to tackle the day, whatever is coming ahead of you. Until next time, namaste.